Well, good evening, YouTube. This is the Daily Stoic with your host, Jeffrey. I didn't think of a nickname, McCabe. I'm not used to doing the YouTube version. I usually pre-set up the Facebook Live, so bear with me as we stumble through the beginning of this year. This is your Daily Stoic. As always, we're reading the Daily Stoic, 366 Meditations on Wisdom, Perseverance, and the Art of Living by Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hasselman. If you don't know what Stoicism is, please get out of here, go Google it, and then come back. A philosophy that's changed my life, and it might change yours. Shout out to a special friend of mine who got me this book. I just went and picked it up. 5-Minute Stoicism Journal. That's how you know Stoicism is really becoming a part of your life, when people buy you gifts surrounding it. I haven't really flipped through it, but it says a 5-Minute Stoicism Journal. I can't wait to dig in. Thank you, homie. Nothing but love. So, today is January 2nd. We'll get right into it. Education is freedom. What is the fruit of these teachings? Only the most beautiful and proper harvest of the truly educated, tranquility, fearlessness, and freedom. We should not trust the masses who say only the free can be educated, but rather the lovers of wisdom who say that only the educated can be free. Epictetus, Discourses 2.1.21-23a. I got to read some of these ancient books. I would love to see how they break these up. Let's see what the modern day Stoics have to say about it. Why did you pick up this book? Why pick up any book? Not to seem smarter, not to pass time on the plane, not to hear what you want to hear. There are plenty of easier choices than reading. Because you want to be freer, fearless, and achieve a state of peace. Education/reading and meditating on the wisdom of great minds is not to be done for its own sake. It has a purpose. Remember that imperative on the days you start to feel distracted when watching television or having a snack seems like a better use of your time than reading or studying philosophy. Knowledge/self-knowledge in particular is freedom. Very interesting that this is today's Stoic. I have read more this year than I have maybe my entire life. I'm not 100% sure. I've gotten into so much. I started reading the Bible, doing Bible study every day. I've read a few books. I should make a list. I'm trying to read every day. I've read the Stoic. I've done a lot of reading, writing, journaling, and it is peace. It is freedom. It is self-growth. And I'm very grateful and lucky to be able to read and have that type of time and ability. So reading is super important. Last night I was listening to, as I was going to bed, I was listening to a mindset podcast by, I can't remember the guy's name, something Dial, Randy Dial or Robert Dial. And he was talking about the 8 things that successful people do. 1 is get up early, 2, blah, blah, blah. And one of them was reading. I want to say it was 60 books a year, the most successful people. So he did like a study on all these successful people and what their habits are. And reading is at was 1 or 2. It was like the top of the list of what successful people do is they read 60 books a year. It's like a book a week or 2 books a week or something. I think it was a book a week or something. Or over a book a week. And that's something I would love to get to. At times reading's been, it's difficult. I don't always have the time. I work 12-hour shifts. I got kids. It's difficult, but I'm making time for myself to read. And the more I read, the more I want to read. So what a great piece of knowledge from the Stoics today. Take time, think. In a world full of fast food and scrolling on your phone, I really want to make an effort to get off my phone more. I will doom scroll on Facebook for no reason. YouTube, I'll get lost on YouTube, and I could waste an hour just like that. So I'm going to really attempt to keep the phone down, do more reading and less time wasted on silly stuff such as TV. I could care less for. I do like sports, but even that I haven't watched much TV at all in a year. So I would like to continue down that path and read more and more and more and gain more wisdom and knowledge and just, self-growth. So maybe in the comments, drop what book you're reading right now, books you'd like to read, or types of books you like to read. Myself, I've been reading a lot of self-help books. I did get into, like I said, Bible study this year. I've read a couple books. One book I really, really loved was, there's the last book I read. Ooh, I wish I could remember the author. I can't think of it off the top of my head, and I just picked up another book by him. But the book was called God Never Gives Up on You, and it was the story of Jacob. I don't know if I already talked about this, but it was a story of Jacob and Jacob's Ladder, I think. This is a subtitle of the book. But anyways, it was a story of Jacob, and then it broke down the story in a chronological order, and then gave you some more context, like the writer's idea of what the stories meant and how the stories went. And it really opened up my mind to my own Bible study, where sometimes I'll read parts of the Bible. I have no idea. I've never, I only know what I know, but I've never really studied the Bible at length. And it really opened up my mind, like, oh, cool, this is like a chronological order. There's descendants and all this stuff. So it actually inspired me. I was doing like random Bible studies. I'd read this chapter and I would read one of the Proverbs every day. But this book, God Never Gives Up on You, made me actually go back and start reading from Genesis, right from the beginning, and make notes in a way so I could try to understand it. Very, very cool. So like writing is never a bad thing. So I hope you guys found this useful today. Today is January 2nd. Education is freedom. So if you live in a place that you are able to educate yourself, or you've had a chance to get an education, I think we should be very, very, very grateful for that. When I think of the world as a whole, and think of the insanity that might go on, there is a lot of us that should be very, very grateful to be here. I'm from Canada. Anywhere that's, where you have an opportunity to know how to read, have the books to read, and the time and the leisure to do so, I am very, very grateful for that. That is it for me today. This is my second YouTube installment of the Daily Stoic, and I hope to create some better content moving forward. Different locations. Right now it's cold out. I'm just getting off of work, so the car video is going to have to suffice. But stay tuned. Like, share, comment. I know for sure, like, I usually get between 300 and maybe 600 views on my Facebook Live, but that could just be people clicking through. I know the views will not be there yet, but I fully know that if I stay consistent, we will grow this channel into something very special, and I can't do that without you. So please like, share, comment, subscribe, tell all your friends about it. I love you guys. Love, hope, faith. Read a book. Peace.